the way I expect them to be pronounced.
Okay. Let me shut the
Hey,
door.
good evening. All right, sure.
Sorry. Sorry.
Hi, welcome, Metagamers Anonymous Actual Play. This week we are doing a Fate Core run in a Sword and Sorcery style fantasy world. Our GM tonight is going to be Kurt.
There at the bottom.
And then for players, then we have Vanessa, John, Ken, and myself, Richard. And this should be interesting and fun.
I sure think
we
so.
good? I didn't. Yeah, we're good.
I don't know. Are we good?
We're not good.
I gotta decide on a character. We're picking characters.
So,
I don't have strong preferences, but I lean towards Rathir and Talamanta. Toltamanta.
Talatamata is how I pronounce it, but you can pronounce it however you want. Or Talat.
Okay.
She devil. Okay.
Bailet.
Let me.
And obviously, if you have any questions on anything there, let me know. Aspects.
What was steal and provoke again?
Steal was doing harm to people, and provoke is provoking people, intimidating them, antagonizing them.
Bullying.
Yeah.
What was fuse?
Strength.
Okay.
Muscles.
Oh man. Okay.
So I'd be good with maybe Conmac Cian. Who's the steel is good. And provoke and fuse, so kind of a warrior type it looks like.
Yeah.
Well, let me go with Garvar. The last of the Aesir giant men of the north.
Update my name here.
I'll go with Bailet then. Ow. Or I'll punch my desk.
Do both.
Apparently.
Don't do it.
So, well then I'll stick with Rathir.
Okay.
Rathir.
That works. That works well.
How are you pronouncing that?
I'm just gonna call you Rat.
Rat's fine. It's not what I prefer, of course, but I have fallen on hard times since being thrown out of Shalanki.
All right. Then.
Do not remember my name for future meetings.
If you don't have any immediate questions about your characters, and the aspects are, well, I had an idea when I put it in there. If you have another idea that fits it, that's okay.
Do we need to worry about the opens or just the three? Probably good for
the
us.
opens we can fill in
If we get
as
something.
we do the setup and if something comes up during the game. I guess one other thing, other than the skill list is different than the basic, and also there's no stress boxes. We go directly to consequences here.
Oh, fun stuff.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Always remember, you can concede and get input into how you're taken out of the scene. And then you'll get fate points for later in later scenes. So
8 points. That's a thing.
yes.
That's a deep
All right.
thing.
Right.
All right. Then we can
So over here.
go with the setup. As I said, I tend to look at this as more sword and sorcery than high fantasy. So, like, yeah, John's playing Rathir, so we've got some magic. For one shots, I'm not defining a magic system because I'm too lazy to do that work for one shots. I've run this as one shots before, and you can just be fairly loose. This isn't D&D, so you're not throwing magic missile and fireball and stuff like
Or
that.
maybe you are.
Right.
Well, I guess we'll see when we get there.
The constraint I have, like, if you're gonna use it to harm somebody, you first have to create an aspect that would allow you to use it to harm somebody. Like
Okay. Yeah.
summon a demon to inhabit their shadow to then have that to attack them, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So I need to create the magical influence, and then I can use it to attack.
Yeah. So yeah.
When I
lightning bolt.
use it to attack, do I use sorcery or do I use steel or something else?
You can, if you do it that way, you can use sorcery.
Okay.
And those not familiar with some of your stunts let you do special stuff. Sometimes you can do those special things, but it might cost you a fate point, or you might need to make a roll. Otherwise, the stunts will let you do it. Just usually for free or
Okay.
such. All right, and we want to start building our setup here.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
So, quick question before we get too far on that. I've
Sure.
heard the reference a few times. What are fate points? Because I don't remember that.
Okay. Fate points are, well, you play Savage Worlds a lot. It's sort of
yeah.
your bennies.
Okay, cool. That is a
uh,
reference I totally get.
If I did this right, you should, in the handouts, there's a thing called fate points. There's a little, and there it lists the things you can do with them.
Yeah, it's taken a long time loading. I tried that one.
Oh,
So
really?
you can spend a fate point to make a narrative declaration. So, I don't know, declare something about the scene. Invoke or tag an aspect, which gives you either a +2 to a roll or a re-roll. Uh-oh. Did we lose? I think we lost Rich.
What?
Your
Oh,
video turned off.
No, it's my video.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, I'm here.
And by the way, I haven't seen the click and drag work on the PC side, so I don't know how to...
You have to, the next time Zoom tells you to update.
Oh! I thought I updated. Okay. So Kurt just moved, is all.
Refreshing my roll 20 and see if it fixes anything.
Sorry.
Anyways, so, and then another fate point item is you can power a stunt.
If it's required, yeah. Some
it's
require
required.
you to spend a fate point, some don't.
You can
Most don't.
refuse a compel, so if Kurt is going to try to compel you against one of your aspects and you don't want to do it, you have to spend a fate point to basically negate that. Or you can basically pass a fate point to somebody else by compelling somebody else's aspect.
Gotcha.
So, like, say one of my aspects is never forget a slight. So, when you guys want to remind me about, oh, this guy screwed you over some point or something like that, then you can give me a
Hey,
fate.
screw
fate
this guy. He screwed you, remember?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Remember
Okay,
that
everything's
time.
loading now.
That's
Okay,
good.
I just had to refresh my page. So if that happens to anyone else, refresh your page.
No, it's just you.
I'm special, what can I say?
It's also in the handouts there. I've got a little actions and outcomes, which is the basic summary of the rules, which nice and concise, pretty
Yeah.
small. You
Looks good. And then
your actions you overcome, which is usually getting past an obstacle. It'll either be a set number that I give you, or based on if somebody's opposing you, it might be a roll and you have to beat their roll. You can create an advantage, which is you create or discover an aspect on the scene that you or your companions can then use to, for your benefit later. Attack, which you're trying to harm somebody, that can be either physical or social. And defend, which is just you're defending against an attack. Outcomes, you either fail, you tie, which you can fail, or you can still succeed. Even if you fail, you can still succeed at a major cost.
Yeah.
Tie, you succeed with a minor cost, or you create a boost rather than an aspect, depending on what you're trying to do. You succeed. If you succeed by 3 or more shifts above what the target number is, then you get additional benefits.
Okie dokie.
Sounds good.
That's the basic rules. Now, the handout that says Adventure Starter,
Let's pull it.
that is what we'll use to try to
Ooh, that's
come
a
up.
fun list of options.
And you can, if you have a option that's better than something on the list, you can throw that in. This is just so that we aren't staring at blank page. So, we'll go alphabetical by character here. Yeah, Vanessa, you're playing Baelit.
Yes.
All right, let's start. We are seeking.
I really like the Crypt of the First Emperor, I'm not gonna lie.
All right. And that lies. Who's playing Khan?
I am.
Yep. Ken.
Con! But not that con.
Pick one, Ken.
Sorry, I was doing something on the feed. So we're looking for. You need any one of the items,
Yeah.
and which one we just did?
We're on to That Lies.
That lies.
Yeah, it's
we were
something-
We are
seeking
seeking the Crypt of the First Emperor, right?
Emperor.
Is that the
Yes.
right one?
Yes, we are seeking
Yeah.
a Crypt of the First Emperor that lies, and someplace
It makes sense to
fun
be.
to have the adventure.
We're saying the Desolate Badlands.
Desolate Badlands. All right. And we desire. Who's next? To Garvar.
Yeah. To stop an ancient evil.
I like this direction so much.
All right, and we face John.
Yeah, they're all pretty flavorful. But I feel like that we need to be dealing with abominations in human skin.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
What else would follow an ancient evil?
This is true.
All right, and who wants to pick the last one here? We can do it randomly, or if anybody sees something that seems really good.
I am personally leaning toward the one that betrayed us, if anyone is okay with that.
Yeah.
Sure.
That fits into my holding a grudge thing pretty bad.
Yeah, it does. I am okay with that.
Right, so now let's fill this out a little bit. Somebody tell me something you know about this first emperor.
Well, he clearly unified all of the little kingdoms in the area by conquering them. So there was a lot of blood in becoming the first emperor.
A lot of bloodshed.
Of course.
Very powerful warrior and general.
All right, and who knows something about his crypt?
Well, in all that conquering that he did, he must have gotten a massive amount of gold.
Wealth.
And it's gotta be
jewels
somewhere.
and- So he's buried with his treasure,
Exactly.
Of course.
his vast wealth.
Okay, and see, let's also, I should talk about this one who betrayed you. Who is this?
Hey, Con, I think you should take that one.
Yeah, pretty sure that's
Yeah, let's see, which character don't we have playing tonight? Because maybe that should be the,
Latamata.
yeah,
Oh, he is the sneaky one.
yeah.
That is true.
We were betrayed by the rogue?
The thief who
Huh.
stole the Eye of Crestus, so maybe that's... I don't know what the Eye of Crestus is, but he must have stolen it from us to, I don't know, try to get to the treasure first or something.
Well, Balin has the Eye of Crestus.
I think you're looking at the wrong dude.
Tola Namanta?
He stole it. She has it.
Oh,
How that happened is, I guess maybe she can tell you.
No. Just because he betrayed us didn't mean he succeeded.
Yeah.
he tried to steal it.
He stole it, but it went into party loot, and then he left. So
He also has the aspect of cut and run, which kind of sounds. and he's pretty full of himself. For you're fortunate to be graced by my presence. So
Now, see, he stole it. We have it. He wants it back. We're facing him as an opponent in the whole thing, but not because he's a guardian of this treasure, but because he's following us. So he's coming along behind with new allies, probably.
yeah, or to trip us up or something like that to
Right.
make it so we don't reach the treasure.
Having flashbacks to National Treasure.
All right. So let's fill in
you're not wrong.
this ancient evil. Tell me a little about that.
All right. Was a one-time powerful sorcerer who had a history of corrupting people and forcing them to follow him, and he had control of several nations when he was finally taken down, but his sway over the people was so strong that he actually had a cult following and is treated as a god among some circles.
Sorcerer God. Always good. What's his name?
Sorcerer God.
I like Triptex.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like a
Triptex,
evil
the
sorcerer's
dark.
name.
His legion of undead.
Yeah, I like it.
He obviously has a legion of abominations in human skin. So
Yeah.
tell me something about these abominations.
Some have grown an extra set of arms and larger in stature. What else? Some have grown, like their jaws have elongated, and so they kind of look like wolves. So they
Are they like genetic mutants then?
yeah, I think this sorcerer is kind of, he's been meddling in stuff that was better left unmessed with.
Who knows?
And
Maybe
so-
their bodies have even adapted where some of them run along on all fours, just human-sized.
Yeah, that larger head and the weight going forward, they just naturally lean that way, and over time have turned to that. Now, there's probably all sorts of other abomination type creatures that we haven't seen.
All right, then. So, somebody tell me something about these Badlands that you're going into.
Well, when we when the first emperor was buried there, it used to be kind of a small, maybe it's his hometown, kind of a small rural area. But as nations have fought over the treasure that is rumored to lie in his crypt, and so they've fought endless wars, and just the cosmic scale of battle and magical energy that's been released and stuff have just left the land scarred and uninhabitable.
So is it the residue of all of that battle magic that is causing all of the abominations?
They could be making it worse, for sure.
I heard that his tomb was actually built upon the original cell that had trapped the ancient evil.
Well, you heard wrong.
It happens. It happens. You know how rumors get started.
Yeah. I
Sitting
start
around
them
the
and
campfire
then they-
telling stories. Next thing you know.
See, I'm going to steal from Dinsmore up in Lucas. So having his tomb built on top of the ancient evil was his final victory over that ancient evil that he had fought with his whole life.
So he just had himself
And-
buried on top of it.
Right. Just to make sure that for all eternity he would remain
He's
above,
remembered
atop.
above him.
Yeah, I will lord over you even in death.
Yeah. So maybe it's rumored his sarcophagus or whatever like that is actually a doorway into whatever's containing whatever's below, which who knows what that is.
Well, certainly whatever's below is probably trying to tunnel out, and maybe it's tunneling out through the sarcophagus.
Yeah, it's certainly possible.
Gateway to hell.
Oh,
Lawrence.
Oh my.
all right. So now would be a good time to maybe think about adding an aspect, which aspects are people, things, phrases, things that are important for your character. Maybe you want to add one that ties into the
What
setting
the story
we've
we've
developed
built
here,
up.
ties into one of the other characters, something.
Yeah, let's go back to our thing here.
I want to do something about hearing the whispers of the dead.
That would be
I
cool.
don't know if that ties into being resurrected from the spirit realm previously, or
just-
enhances it.
Or you just, I hear dead people.
Yeah, I like the way I worded it better. You could just Shyamalan.
I'll do you a line.
Let's see.
So you should be able to
Edit the.
add that. Yeah,
Oh, nope, that wasn't the right button.
it's the little the little pencil.
Yeah, okay. I touched the gear and it started shaking. Touch the gear, touch the gear.
Oh, there's a pencil. Okay.
Hmm.
I can't think of anything.
Also, hearing the voices of the dead, I think, harkens back to sword and sorcery.
Sure.
Okay. Ah, there we go. And then click the... Well, now I clicked it in the right... okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
There might be a modify down at the bottom right. Maybe that's what you gotta click.
Oh, I found it. Okay. Now you have to hit the pencil at the top of the column, and then you can edit the whole column. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm
Oh, what should
here.
Do for aspect.
And I have the power of the bear god. Just to be clear, that's Bear the animal. I am not following a naked god. I mean, technically the bear's naked.
I wouldn't tell him that.
Wearing a fur coat.
He's wearing a fur coat and will get very angry if you try to take it from him.
Yes.
Yes, BEAR.
I don't know, chat. What would be a good one for kind of a more a fightery type with a sword called the Doom Blade? Yeah, what's
Well,
aspects of
Does the
once a
Doom-
king, once a slave, now in exile?
you might want to think in terms of, okay, a connection to this backstory that
Yeah.
we've laid out, or a connection to one of the other characters.
Yeah.
And if you can't think of anything, then we can go on and maybe something will pop up as we're playing.
Yeah, I'm thinking for mine, I might do some sort of like Tomb Hunter kind of thing because I've got the Eye of Crestus, so I've apparently already done stuff like this before. And we're going into another one.
Hardcore parkour.
Exactly.
I love my stunt. I am the Brute Squad.
I think I'm in I'm mostly interested in the dark power beneath the first Emperor,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping to be able to leverage that to become immortal myself. I don't want to be a god per se. I just don't want to
Be-
die.
Just, yeah.
I need time. All of it. Actually, that's better. I like that better.
What was that?
I need time.
Oh, yeah.
That's way better.
You don't need godhood. Immortality's it. It's fine.
Oh.
I want power. I want immortality. I don't want to have responsibilities.
Riksha says, become a lich for all the right reasons.
Yeah, I think I'm going with like treasure hunter extraordinaire.
Yeah, that looked good. Trying to decide if I want to do another aspect, where I want to go with that.
I also do like I'm thinking maybe like survival in all elements might kind of be good, useful for surviving in the Badlands as we travel there. Kind of be more.
That's
of
what I
a-
was thinking about. I would
like
like
a
to do a
scout.
firewalker thing to go with the little bit of shamanistic stuff I have.
So a strategy thing with aspects is you kind of want to write them in a way that will let you both have it compelled and give you something to invoke, if you can. So if it's just something like, you know, I have the strength of 10 men,
Yeah.
but, you know, I have the strength and smell of 10 men, gives you something to both invoke and
Right. Yeah.
compel.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to figure out how that would be compelled, and that one's kind of tough.
So, I mean, mine, I need time, all of it expresses who he is.
Yeah.
It will certainly explain being late or delaying or stuff like that, giving him bad initiative or anything like that. And at the same time, it's vague enough that I can use it to claim like I'm getting the drop on things and I'm operating extra quickly.
This belongs in my museum.
So are we setting both of our open aspects now, or just
I think
one?
just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you. If you have things you want to put in there now, that's fine.
Nope.
If not, we can leave them. And if you come up with something later, we can fill them in at any time.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think I could build into something that can be better, useful, compelling later.
Yeah. So another one, and I'm trying to figure out how I'd tie it in. I might be able to tie into kind of the last of, I would say like a King's Guard. So I've got this wielder of the Doom Blade and kind of some stuff there. So I could also do like Last of the Doom Guard. That, you know, maybe not necessarily a paladin order or something like that, but some sort of official office, and so that might yield some of its knowledge of, say, higher society function and I don't know, like maybe funeral rites and that type of stuff or whatever. But also, if I'm the last one, then, you know, maybe there's something I need, you know, like Last of the Jedi. I kind of gotta stay alive to keep that going through. So
The Doomed Guard.
Well, yeah. What if you're the last of an order of knights or whatever that was serving the emperors? You know, this line of you know, all of his descendants have had captains of the guard and you know,
right, and pass
household
it
guardians
down
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
And you're the very last surviving member of that guard.
yeah. Yeah, I like that. Last of the Doom Guard. And some people might say Doomed Guard, but you know. I think that would kind of fit in there. And be generic enough that we can add stuff to it down the road.
But Lieutenant Dan has no legs. Sorry. Twitch.
He had legs at the beginning and the end, ish. That whole middle part, it's a little bit of gray area.
Okay. Then where do we want to start here? Do we start with a scene and you guys are trudging through the Badlands, or do we want to start? Do you guys need anything in the civilized world before you set out?
Oh,
We're probably
I think-
always equipped, you know, for what life
we're
may
way
bring
too
us.
reckless to have to stock up on anything.
Yes.
Well, our enemies are on our heels too.
Yeah, we kind of don't have a lot of time. So
Yeah, he-
we're in
our
we're in
in
40
front of-
minutes, and I think we're kind of through the kind of character and story generation. We want to kind of split the stream, and we'll just start it again in 30
And do
seconds
that?
or something.
Okay.
That
Okay.
way, if people don't want to listen to us
So
figure out our
hang on
characters
on
for 20 minutes
Twitch. We'll be right back. It's just so we can break
and split
story.
it up.